Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm starting out this video in the studio I'll be shooting in today. Just want to sit you down right here. So I've mostly been doing all of my shoots lately within studio spaces just like this one. I've been getting way more comfortable with studio lighting. It feels like it just opened up a whole new kind of space for my photography to live in. And I'm super excited to take you guys along in today's video. And that's because we'll be taking all of the photos today using only one light source. I really want to emphasize and show you guys how much variety you can get from just using one singular light. So we're going to be playing with different diffusions like softboxes, as well as kind of using different materials to reflect light and play with light. I'm also excited because I'll be working with a team of people today. It brings so much more quality to an end result photo when you're having a lot of people work on it that are really good at what they do. So let's quickly go over who's coming along for the shoot and then we'll get right into it. The model I'll be shooting with today, her name is Monique, and we actually shot 2 times before this, but never in a studio. We've only shot kind of outside. Styling today will be done by Lennon, who I just recently have been working with, and she's really great to have because a few weeks before a shoot, I can kind of send her through the inspiration for what I want to go for, and then she kind of crafts outfits based on that imagery, and then we can kind of pick and choose together what we think would look best on the model and in the space and with the lighting that I'll be working with. And then Monique's makeup will be done by Evgenia, who is a great makeup artist. I've worked with her like 5 or 6 times now, and I'm excited to work with her again. And in preparation for this, me and her kind of worked through the confirmed outfits and then picked kind of like makeup and eye looks based on what would complement that. And then I also have my friends Fritz and Emily coming through. Fritz will be shooting all of the behind the scenes that you'll be seeing, and then Emily will be helping as a lighting assist. Now let's talk about lighting, because this video is very kindly sponsored by Nanlite, who sent over the light and the accessories I'll be shooting with today. So the light that I'll be shooting with today is the Forza 300B 2, and this is a bicolor LED spotlight. And then some accessories we'll be pairing that with will be the Nanlite projection attachment, and then we also have their Nanlite quick open softbox. I've actually had this set up now for a few weeks. They've really just become a go-to, and I'm excited to share with you guys why that is. So let's get right into the shoot. So once everyone arrived, we got Monique right into makeup. The look that we went with is this black dress with this really unique texture. So we wanted something that would kind of complement that and not be super distracting or too bold. While they were working on the makeup, I went ahead and set up the first lighting setup. For this one, I went with Nanlite's Forza 300B 2 with the quick open softbox I was just talking about. And then when Monique was all ready, she just jumped into frame. The quick open softbox has a speed ring with spring-loaded rod lock, so I was able to quickly snap the rods into place. The light paired with the softbox made for a really powerful but diffused light onto the whole scene here. I was just using a white seamless backdrop. I didn't want the light to only appear on one side of Monique's face, so I also had this V-flat there with the white side facing Monique, so it would then bounce light back onto the other side of her face where the light wasn't hitting as much. And this whole setup really just created a nice wraparound quality look with really nice natural looking catch lights. And although this seems like a pretty simple setup, the spotlight offers a ton of variety in the adjustments, so I had total control over whether I wanted the light to appear warmer or cooler. And it's also the first spotlight in the industry to have tint turnability, so I'm able to control if the light is more green toned or magenta toned. Anytime I'm shooting, it's so nice to be able to be in full control of the temperature and the tint of the light, because all those decisions greatly affect the mood of your overall image. I tend to prefer a warmer glow to my lighting, so that's kind of what I opted with here. Monique was absolutely killing it with the posing, so I didn't really have many notes. I just always love variety, so we went with some standing ones and some sitting ones. And here's how they turned out. For the next lighting setup, we're moving away from that sort of clean, diffused studio lighting and playing with something a bit more stronger and dramatic, because I'm introducing materials I want to reflect light off of. The first material I'm using here is this iridescent cellophane, and we just went ahead and hung this up on 2 stands with a tripod-friendly clamp. I had Monique stay in the same makeup, hair, outfit, but switched up the lighting by adding the projection attachment onto the same light we were just using for the previous setup. And because I'm introducing materials that are reflective, I wanted to incorporate a more direct light source onto the different surfaces I'll be using off to the side of our model here. And this attachment is literally perfect for this because it can increase Nanlite spotlight that I'm using here by an entire 266%. This attachment can also produce different shapes and creative patterns of light, but for now, my main use for the attachment is to pull out more power onto the materials. The next material I reflected light off of was this gold foil tinsel. These are normally for like backdrops at birthday parties, but I found that when shined against a direct light source, it casts a sort of gold ripple effect. Within my shoots, I love to come prepared with different kinds of concepts like this and walk away with a lot of variation within the lighting, even if we have the subject in that same look. I feel like it's easier for me to change up something about the set than to have the model change up her entire hair and makeup and outfit. And then the last material I used here, which I feel like is the most reflective of all of them, is Mylar. I've been using this a lot throughout my shoots recently because of the unique light that emits off of it, but also it makes her a really cool backdrop as well. It almost looks like and feels like water. For this next setup, I wanted to change up the backdrop, and this space has some really unique colored cloth backdrops, so it was perfect. Simple switch ups like this can really make a huge difference and also complement different lighting concepts as well. This time around for the light, I wanted to utilize the blades of the projection attachment. These control how much light is being released from the spotlight that I'm using. So if I pull the blades all the way out, they emit this really cool spotlight effect. But if I play around with the positioning of some of them, it will start to change the shape of the light. So what I did here was push in 2 parallel blades inwards to create this really crisp line onto the backdrop, and then I had Monique stand in. With the power of this light being so intense, I just had Monique look off to the side so she wasn't hurting her eyes, and then sort of directed her halfway into the light so it was only lighting half of her face. And because this line is so crisp, we tried to get really detail oriented on where that kind of line was falling. All right, and that concludes this shoot. I hope you guys really enjoyed all of the photos that I shot throughout it and maybe even learned a thing or two. Obviously, my main goal here was to just show you guys how much variety you can get out of using just one light. And once again, a huge thank you to Nanlite for sponsoring this video. I'm so glad that I finally got to show you guys these products. And if you're interested in any of them, be sure to check the description for more information. As always, I'll also have things in there like my prints and my photo books. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up as well if you enjoyed, and I'll see you soon.